Hi.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, it's been quite a hard day, but it's good.
I read about you,
Ah,
so
yeah.
I came here in the Million Bridges just for seeing your art.
Ah, thank
Yeah.
you. Oh, I'm glad.
You're Ben Wilson, right?
Sorry? Yes, yeah,
Ben
I
Wilson,
am
yeah.
indeed. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm just. My name is Ben Wilson. Um, Ever since I was a child, I've been creating art. So some people call me a street artist. Some people call me the chewing gum man. Because I've been transforming for the last 19 years, about to be 20. Well, be 20 next year. I've been transforming discarded chewing gum on the pavement into art. But for many years, ever since I was a child, both my parents were artists, so I've been creating art of a myriad of different forms. And my mother was an illustrator, uh, and my father was a ceramicist and did experimental theatre. He was a colourist. That's one of his portraits over there. So he loved colour, and I love colour. Wood carving, that has been an ongoing thing, but I worked over the years, for many years, I worked in woodland environments creating sculptures. So I was interested in working with natural materials and the recycling of materials. Also, it's just kind of working with what's thrown away again. So there's so much waste, and it was a way to kind of utilise materials that are literally being just thrown into skips and various locations around London, but also working with the materials that you find in the environment. When I started doing the chewing gum art, um, if someone tried to do a picture, they may find it really difficult. So when I create a picture, you know, what I'm saying is there's a technique, and then when I'm working with wood, you start. So I decide I want to do a series of carving, and if I'm using kind of a series of gouges and tools, eventually you'll develop a technique. Well, I started painting chewing gum art 19 years ago, and I first started working in Barnet in North London, which is as far north as you can go, and then I did a trail going into the city centre. Initially, yeah, I was going in a linear direction from south to north. I think it's interesting. I create an image that has a context to the environment in which it's created in. Hopefully, it becomes something that's informative. But then I found people came up to me and wanted me to do pictures for them. People were intrigued in what I was doing, and so they started asking me to do dedications for them. It's up to you. It's like kind of it's like you've got to look at the space and then see what's kind of like.
I'll give you our names and then just let you do something cool. And I'll write Pacific Crest Trail as well.
Yeah, because it's
It doesn't have to be all 3 words either, it could just be the acronym.
so for me, I was interested in the people that I met when I was working. So I have over 100 request books. There's some of them up there. You can like see in that kind of the middle shelf. You'll see a lot of books with various dedications. But I think people, I was happy to, so because the work I did for many years was informed by the environment. So for me, it was natural to be interested in the people that I met when I was working. So I'm interested as well. I started working creating miniatures because I was interested in working on the gum and recycling it. But then, as an artist, I'm interested in what can I make happen in a very small space. So it's about the technique that I develop from working in the street. I then can explore further the actual the element of creating a miniature. So this is Ely, which is part of the East Neuk in Scotland.
Oh, you actually have all the information, like.
Yeah, it's written. So it's gum pick on brick. Ben Wilson, chewing gum man.
Nice pronunciation.
Yeah. You know, when I first started doing the chewing gum art, I didn't know how I was going to do it. I wasn't looking up something in a book and thinking, yes. You know, it was something completely, it was unknown territory. And that's what made it interesting. I heat the gum up with a burner. If it's on the pavement, I'll use a location, I'll work in an area where I'll be thinking of the footfall. It's often to do with how damp the pavement is. You know, like the sunlight. There's all those like different factors. So, you know, like if it's got direct sunlight, we're dealing with ultraviolet. You know, it's all those kind of factors. But I just let the pictures by their nature, on one hand they're transient. And then it depends, you know, I'll look after a picture, then I'm really surprised some go on for many years, others can will go. But so I heat if it's in a pavement, so the Bridget's different because it's within the metal tread, so it doesn't get the footfall because it's below the metal tread. So that's different again. I use acrylic enamel paint, so the pictures are quite robust. This is one I'm renovating because they had a deep clean. They used pressurized water on the pictures, so some of them have been damaged. Well, I didn't know how many were going to survive at all. Initially, I was told that I had I was told that all the pictures were going to be removed, and then when I had a meeting, I was saying, well, they're going to do the engineering work, and then they're going to do a deep clean, and then I kept on saying, well, you can form Veolia, who are doing a deep clean, say that you need to protect the chewing gum art. Ideally for them to inform you and then find a way of working with you to preserve the pictures. That makes sense. Just preserve the artwork. It's not just a project which has been happening for about 6 months, it's over a 10-year period. I thought enough's enough. So then I did the petition. They were going to remove them, so I started the whole campaign.
I think I signed a petition to keep them.
Yeah, well done. Thank you for that.
That's
Yeah.
Love them. They bring me so much joy.
Yeah, well, it was a whole battle, and then a lot of people came out and support. Yeah, so I'll do a post tonight. Thank you. I found it upsetting, you know, that they didn't really understand the art, and I think really to understand, you need to be there and see the interaction when the work's being created and what that means for people when I'm working. And what's interesting is also when you see the interaction on the actual bridge itself. You know, when one person starts looking, it has a ricochet effect, and then another person starts looking, the other person thinking, oh, what's that person looking at? So it's actually, in a way, it's a form of art which is very much about perception. So obviously, you know, I can say I create a world beneath your feet. Depending how close you look, it determines what you see. So if they're not looking, they're not going to necessarily be empathetic or to see the value of the work, so they have to look. But I can't make a person look because that comes out of personal choice. Where now, so far, the pictures have been saved. So, but I think it was a combination of a lot of support from grassroots level, and then maybe various people within the City of London that before. But you get all these different bodies of people, and then one group can advise another group.
Hi there.
Oh, hi there, how's it going?
Just
Ah.
There, my friend had just been telling me that you were on the BBC.
Yeah. There was various. It's been on various programs because they were going to destroy all the pictures.
Are they still going to do that?
No. They've been saved. So the campaign was successful.
Fantastic. Amazing.
So that's a real
Love it.
surprise.
So nice, so intricate, yeah.
I think because the pictures are everybody's pictures because they relate to different people in all sorts of different ways, and then people enjoy them. So it's a form of art which is created within the environment and has a lot of meaning for different people. So I think for everyone, it's a celebration, and I'm very happy that I did the petition, and it's been very informative for me, and I thank everyone for their support.
I felt a sense of responsibility when I was doing that work, but this way I could take something which was thrown away and, like I said before, transform it into something positive. So it is also it's a comment on consumerism. You're taking something that's there's a reason why the rubbish there, and that's because of partly to the nature of a society which is consumerist. It's a throwaway culture. So if I can, I suddenly thought, my God, because at first I didn't realise it was chewing gum on the pavement, and then when I realised, I couldn't believe that's what it was. So you're taking a thoughtless action and transforming it into something positive.